Hey, this is Whit Crane from Ugly Kid Joe, and you're about to watch the great, the one and only Metal Impact.
Hey, it's Klaus Eichstadt from Ugly Kid Joe, and you're watching Metal Impact.
My hair's a mat and I don't shave. My wife just left today. I bet you think that I'm the only reason I don't get out. My life's so boring, no one ever calls.
The reason we decided to reform the band was Whit and I had been friends forever, and we were just hanging out, and we kind of talked about it, but we both live in California, so we just hang out as friends. And one day we got a call from Shannon and Dave, who were working together on a Godsmack album. Shannon, the drummer, and Dave, the producer. And of course they're also in Ugly Kid Joe, or were I should say, and then they said, hey, we've been talking, why don't we make a record in Dave's studio in Louisiana, just for fun? And he said, yeah, sure.
She's already gone. Right along, right along. Chasing down the stars, right along. She's already gone. She's already gone.
But it was, also kind of surreal, like because it had been so long. But then once we started playing, it felt like it had been maybe a year or two. Like once we started just playing, we played some old songs just for fun, and it was weird. It was like, wow, we could go on tour right now. It wouldn't even feel weird,
My child arrived just the other day. Came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch, bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. He was talking before I knew it, and as he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cats.
The model of pledge music was incredible for us. We didn't know if it would work. We worked with my friend Gavin, who's now co-managing the band with me, and he's done a lot of pledge campaign with Dick Ginger from the Wild Hearts. He did all kinds of successful Dweezil Zappa, and he said, look, it works. And I said, I don't know. Does it really work? And we went and did that. And it's first person with your fans, people that love your band, that want to be supportive. They invest in, in an album, in this case, that didn't even exist. We needed financial funding to do that. And it worked. Beyond just getting it paid for, you're interacting with your fan base, which is awesome. It's a cross. You're saying it's a cross section of America's Least Wanted and old school metal?
Yes, I think.
Fair enough. I like that. I'll use that in the next interview. I'll say, yeah, you know what I think this is like? But that's good. That's good. We like, obviously we have our influences. We love, Sabbath and Priest and AC/DC, Leonard Skinner. And of course, then we're us. 1992, when we were kids, our first big tour was with Ozzy Osbourne and Motorhead in America. We couldn't believe it, right? And they were always kind of took us under the wing. We were kids. And then, I sang on Born to Raise Hell with Motorhead and Ice-T. Lemmy sang on Motel California. I'm always kind of hanging out with those guys. I'll get on their tour bus just with a backpack and go tour around Europe with them. And if I'm around, they invite me to go sing songs sometimes on stage. So, we're connected. So, when we were doing this record, before it even happened, I think I was hanging out with Phil Campbell somewhere. And he's all like, you make another record, I want to play on it. And I'm like, okay, I'll call you when that happens. And we called him, and he was actually on tour with Motorhead and taking a couple of days off here and there, and he'd go to Wales, where his son has a fantastic studio, right? So We had some interaction with him on the phone. I was in Covington, Louisiana, making this very album, and he called, and I said, "Hey man, you want to do some songs?" I said, "What about Ace of Spades?" And he said, "If I play Ace of Spades for you, I want to play 2 other songs." I said, "Absolutely. We'll send you a bunch of songs." So we sent him Ace of Spades, we sent him My Old Man, and we sent him Under the Bottom. And he wanted, on his day off, he went in the studio with his son, and he ripped some leads. So it makes me feel good.
Oh, the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, the little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when we'll get together there. You know we'll have a good time there. I say thank you.
You can always, what is it, hindsight is 20/20, and you can always think of stuff that maybe you should have done differently as a band, certain deals or certain shows or certain songs on a record that maybe we should have played it like that or done this, that. But in the end, you got to just discard and move on. What's done is done, So I don't have any regrets. No.